So we just had a presentation inside, and we talked a little bit about the Plan Nord, and you said there's an announcement coming up in about 6 to 8 weeks. So can you tell me, other than what we talked about in there, because it seems like you have a pretty comprehensive idea already, and everyone seems to, the information is out there. So what more can we expect in the way of announcements?
Well, I think you expect more like a more precise horizon over the next 5 years. I think we're talking more in terms of projects that will have been worked out, negotiated, possibly with various local communities. So I think we're expecting something more specific. I'll give you a very general, somewhat generic overview of it. It was everything I said today was public anyway. Premier Charest, who spoke, I took a lot of the material from his notes, and I took also material from the documents that were made public when it was announced. What you're going to see now is you're going to basically see something that looks coordinated, that's strategic, and that's prioritized.
So what are we going to see coming up first? Energy, mining, in terms of actual.
Actually, I'm at a loss to be able to answer that for you because
Sure.
I think the work is still being worked on. Partnership teams are working on various things. So I would actually be speculating, which would not be the right thing to do.
No, it would not. And I mean, you talked a little bit inside about why now. We addressed that question a little bit. So other than the actual physical reasons, some of the channels that are opening up due to maybe a warming climate, are there other reasons why now this plan is coming together?
I think emerging market demands is probably the most important single factor. This is not just an energy project; it's a mining project. There's potential for sustainable tourism, recreational type of tourism, forestry, a lot of related aspects. So I think what's happening is that this is not just done to create work. These infrastructures that are done to create work, they don't have much. It's a little bit like the whole question of bridge to nowhere. You can build a bridge if nobody travels on it. It's a waste of money. So this is basically responding to market trends, to where we think things are going. Also, it's adapting the triple P model to economic development. It's basically saying that if we're going to, as Mayor Bloomberg said, if we don't want to forget the future, we got to invest in it. So essentially, it's got potential for mining, it's got potential for energy, it's got potential for forestry, it's got potential for developing sustainable economies for the local population.
Well, I mean, that's an excellent point. I mean, talking about a bridge to nowhere a lot of these northern communities, underserved, I think would be an understatement, or saying they lack public services. Because, there's now this interest on the part of the southern part of Canada to sort of get an economic benefit out of the northern region, are we going to see these communities get some of those services? They have to.
They have to, and I think they have to see the benefits. It can't be done simply by saying, natural resources jurisdiction is in the province's hand, and therefore move aside, we're going to develop the north, and you'll like it once it's done. That's not the way it's going to happen. It's going to happen because everybody sees there's a common and mutual interest in doing it. And I think my sense is that the local communities are clearly approaching this as in terms of partnership, and the environmental community is looking at it very much as a showcase for future sustainable projects around the world. So I think it's win-win, but it's got to be done in a careful, methodical manner. That is why the announcement was made in 2008. That's why 2009, 2010 were basically setting the structures to develop the kind of coordination, cooperation. And 2011 will be essentially the moment where the vision will start taking form and start taking place. There is activity as we speak, but it's not seen in an overall coordinated manner. I think that's what you're going to see in the next few weeks.
So we're going to see some new projects for our top 100 list for 2012, potentially?
I hope so. I think if you take a look at the Plan Nord, you probably see an overall investment that would catapult it probably to the top. But I don't know what your criteria is for rating it, but clearly there will be certain projects that will make the top projects.
Okay.
You have a lovely magazine, so we got to meet that standard.
Yes, you do. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Let's eat lunch.